Been recording this whole time without any mic or any audio whatsoever going on. My bad. Let me restart, shall we? This is our point of control. Here's our range for said point of control. This is from session to session. This point of control is from London session to forward. Let me actually just go ahead and mark that real quick. Okay. Here's our point of control. Here's the range. Cool, right? Here's the gist. I want to see price come down into this range, hit this low, and bounce off. Make sense? We can't trade right now because it's within this low volume area. We don't want this. This is the first spot volume, this is the first spot the volume is going to be getting in the way of this move down. So if this does not stop it, this will. In both cases, we are in a move down. MACD's in agreement with the price action. We're looking for price to hit this level and then bounce higher. Once it bounces higher, it needs to cross this. My entry is from here up, I think, because we've had move away, 1, retest, enter, move higher. That's what I think is going to happen. That's what we're waiting on. Let me see what's going on over here. realistically speaking, I didn't think about this, but this is the most recent point of control. It having moved away suggests that price will revisit this area here. That being the case, what should we be looking for? We should be looking for a price range for price to enter and then fall beneath. I like this right here. It's a good collective of setup. And think about that. So that would have been a perfect entry point right there. Like a really good entry point. What exactly am I talking about? I'm talking about the SMA right here. So there are three ways we can enter. The first way is on the touch of price action to the point of control. From here, it reacts and moves down, away, further in this direction, because we have to wait for it to move, come back, touch, and then back, right? The second way is in the event it doesn't quite touch this and instead touches the range based on the volume profile. We take the four largest nodes, right, and we encompass that with a block. This block essentially simulates the same thing this is telling us right here, except that instead of price going all the way up and touching this, all price has to do is move up into this range and then fall back down. That's option 2 for entry. Option 3 is when all of this fails, we see price move away, and the first drawback is to the SMA. The SMA gets hit, and we're supposed to enter here and watch price plummet. Same direction. Okay? Technically, there are 4 ways. The fourth way is having a range outside of this where a low's hit. And then from here, we see price actually move higher. And that does look like it's gotten very close to being hit right there. This low to this low. Looks like it was hit. I was not prepared for that. This is a decent amount of volume standing in the way of it going lower, so it coming all the way down to here based on this low volume node and then moving up. Suggests it does want to go higher. Oh no, let's see, because this volume's standing in the way, so, and it's still moving up. The move is still up. We want to see a move down from it as an entry point. We have a minute 12 for this candle to fail. I'm quite curious to see what's going to happen. think it'll continue lower. And my stop loss is going to be at this point control here. My final take profit, because this is a low volume node, is going to go way over here. Does this look like a good risk to reward to you? Let's see. Here is my final take profit at this stop loss. Or final stop loss, sorry, and there's my final take profit. That's a 1 to 2 risk to reward, which looks and sounds good. But I think it'll go further than that. In fact, I think it's going to go all the way down beyond this here. I'm going to put this final take profit like right in here. And that's a 1 to 4. That's more like it. So what did we do exactly? How do we explain this? How do we justify us entering this trade? 3 things. 1, for the strategy I picked up earlier, we waited for point of control to be formed and for it to move away. It did just that. 2, we waited for the drawback, the move up back over to this point of control, same one it just moved away from. Why? It had to retest it. Retesting it allows us to know, hey, yeah, price is actually going to continue on down. Why? Because the immediate reaction from said retest was a move down. It's going down. 3, because of this pullback specifically, and the fact that we've had 3 candles hit the same level, and it's all rejected the same SMA level, we know price is going to move down. Down is the direction to go for this trade. My final take profit is based on London sessions volume setup, because we had a huge amount of volume here, and this was the point of control it decided to move away from, retest, and fail. The next most likely, most probable volume to stop this in its tracks from moving down, outside of this small little bit here, is this. And what I think is going to happen is price is going to move so far down that it will have tested this low volume node briefly, and then move back up, and it'll fill up these 2 gaps here. And we'll see a large volume profile as a result of this being filled. But only after it's tested these highs here, which it already has, moved away from, tested, and then moved down, and these lows here. Retest this, move up, consolidate, in that order. I'm entered into a trade. It's going to be a little bit before it really starts picking up speed. We know it's failed the SMA, and my strong opinion, I think it's going to continue lower, and as a result, we're going to leave this trade right where it is. We're not going to move. Actually, we're going to move one time here, so you guys can see, okay? Because you know this point of control is here, and my final stop loss is up here, so if it decides to reverse and just straight up remove me from trade, that's an option. But here's our goal right down there. We'll even do this. Nope, not that. We want to do this, and we want to do this right here. So you guys can see that a little bit more clearly. I'm going to pause the video, and the end result of today's trade, in my hopes, is going to be a success. That being said, even if it fails, we know what we did wrong, and if we didn't know what we did wrong, I know where to go to find answers. If you guys enjoyed today's video, consider giving a like, subscribe, thumbs up, whole 9 yards, comment below what your favorite part of the video was. Good morning and happy Wednesday. I got a little bit of work to do, so I'm going to be paying attention to this and that at the same time, just to get a rough start today. That being the case, I'll see you guys in a moment. I paused the video, like, briefly paused the video. I looked away for 1 second and got stopped out immediately after. We saw it hit this SMA and fail, right? I guess it is that volume right there that stopped it. Hang on. No, that was a low volume though. It was in. It should, by all accounts of the strategy I was using, it should have continued lower, but it didn't. Instead, it juked us. We had a pull away, a retest. Everything about the strategy said it would continue lower, but instead, it continued higher. Man, we lost that one real quick. Okay. Looks like I got a video to watch to find some answers on. If you enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. I was fully expecting that to go our way. I've got a lot to learn about this. I've spent a year on this. I've got a lot more to learn. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. See what we got going on then.